What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a finally new Civilization 5 AI only battle. This feels super weird since I've only been streaming so far on the new PC, and I'm going to be honest, getting a video to record has been a complete nightmare. So this one is still not, it's not going to be perfect. I'm going to just, this is my first real attempt at just going for it, but there's going to be definitely some issues I can just imagine in the production afterwards. So sorry if it's not a perfect one. Shadow play isn't working, it's only recording the other monitor, which is annoying, so I've got my mic arm, I don't want to move that and mess everything up. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't get it to record the monitor the game is on, which is very annoying. It's just recording the secondary one, for no reason really. Everything's got this one set as the primary one, but Shadow play is just not listening. So that's an issue, so I'm having to use OBS again, but I think it should be okay. On my old computer, I think I struggled with videos with OBS because it wasn't good enough. This one should not be an issue. Then there's plenty of issues with Civ mods. You have to go through and manually uninstalling and reinstalling all the ones I wanted. A lot of them sadly do not work anymore because on my old PC I just never updated them, which is probably bad, but it meant they never broke. So for example, Australia is now completely broken and none of the other ones would spawn on the world map, so I downsized to the Europe map to just try something. So yeah, this is just a pretty basic Europe map, to be honest, but we got to start somewhere. I mean, at this we were heading towards like me giving up, so I was like getting so frustrated with these things. So yeah, we've made a Europe map, we've done some stuff, I'll go through it. There's some civs, there's like 35, it's not all of them. We've walled off a lot of the map as before with mountains to make it, try and balance it a bit more. It looks very weird, I apologize, I'm not an artist, it's actually disgusting. There's so many mods that I've just missed, or they're not working anymore. You know, this game is 10 years old now, essentially. I think a lot of them, I was looking through some of the mods, I installed them in 2016, never updated them, and then they haven't been worked on since like 2017, 16s and stuff as well. So a lot of it is just broken now. Like, I apologize. I'm sure there's plenty of good working mods, but for the map I use, none of them would spawn. Like, I turned on at least another 10 mods that just were there and they just didn't load in at all, so that's good. Also, Ethiopia bizarrely turned up over here, so I will get rid of these workers next turn. But yeah, and sorry, this is a really unnatural line of mountains. I did for the first time ever manage to run a test of this AI because before it was just too slow. But yeah, I went to like turn 100, nothing broke, so that's good news at least for now. But yeah, we got Sweden, Denmark, Britain, England, because Britain's not working either now. The Celts, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Germany, Austria, Poland, the Goths, Wallachia, Byzantium. Very weird looking Greece. I don't know if it was always shaped like this. It just seems very narrow. Rome, two Sicilies. They didn't want to show up. They were on. I think I did leave the Papal States off because obviously they would have clashed. France, Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Mali, Songhai, Carthage, Garamantes. This desert is very empty. Egypt, Mercuria, Arabia, Babylon, the Sumer, Assyria, the Ottomans, and that's the Huns and Russia out this way as well. I gave every civ that I sort of classed as European an extra settler to hopefully give them an advantage. Obviously, I've taken a lot of land off Russia as well. These four are all sort of in a square, so hopefully they share this instead of Russia just getting all of it. As usual, I don't know, like I said, this is just a test at this point. I just need to get an AI battle out because I'm going to cry if not. So, here we go. Now, once this first turn is over, you'll notice a few differences to some of my previous games. Now, obviously, one we're on high graphics, that might come off, but for now it looks pretty like it's working fine, so we'll keep that going. But yeah, obviously everyone settles this turn, so it's a little slow. But what you'll see in turn 2 is impressive. Oh, I should go over who has 3 settlers, who doesn't. So the line was Byzantium, the Goths here, Poland got 3. So Russia, it's easier to go over who has 2. It is deity. So Russia's got 2, the Huns have got 2, the Ottomans have 2, Assyria, Babylon and the Sumer have 2, Arabia's got 2, Egypt and Mercuria have 2, the Garamantes only have 2, Carthage only has 2, and then these 3 also only have 2, Morocco, Mali and the Songhai. All the rest of them have 3 settlers, so they got a bonus one. Although, I'm going to be honest, we've messed with the map. That sometimes breaks the civs. In the test, Rome didn't do anything for 10 turns, so that could happen again. Sorry. It just, like, it's out of my control. They're AI. They can do what they want. And sadly, that's just doing nothing. I can't control that. But hopefully they'll try some stuff. They'll try a little bit. I'm realising this area is still really large. Maybe should have got rid of this. Oh well, we're here now. We'll figure it out. I looked at the info addicts. It was pretty even at like the turn 100. There was different civs winning each one. Russia was a bit... They were up there. They were consistent. Where are all these shadows coming from? They were consistently up there, so I took away this area as well before they had that. So that's why I've changed. But here we go. I want to at least maybe something fun for that. Look at this. It just flies through the civs turns. As you guys who've maybe followed for longer know. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like at the end of the game, but this is a much improved from how it used to be. As you see, we're going to fly through our opening turns. It sort of freezes when a civ settles a new city. But there you go. We'll go through these opening turns, let all the civs settle their opening cities and see what happens. But other issues, I was going through the issues. There's actually more. I haven't yet been able to get my editing software to work on the new one. I'm going to try and get that copied over today at least. That is something, but I have to find it because it is not in the program files or anything, so I have no idea how it works. Like, I just have this like ghost file that opens my editing software, but I haven't been able to like get it yet. And because it's discontinued, I can't re-download it fresh. Windows, thank you for that. I only use Movie Maker, but it's not discontinued, but the new video editor in Windows is just, I don't know how to use it, and it looks awful. And they're charging me to do the most basic things, like I'm not paying. It's only £10, which is not a lot. I know that sounds a bit stingy, but it is charging you to like cut videos. I don't know what free, it's free to download, but I don't think you actually get anything for free. I think you can put like videos on top of each other and nothing else, so we're not going for that. I will try and fix my old one. So that's another issue. So obviously it's been quite useful to just stream where it's been very easy. Haven't had any issues. This, recording videos is going to be different. But I need to do something because, like I said, I cannot stream Wednesdays and Sundays. Not just, that's not like a choice thing. It is just physically impossible. I'm 20 miles away from my computer. So that's just how it is. But there we go. Few civs already. Turn 6 and Byzantium already with 3 cities. We'll get to turn 15 and then we'll have a little bit of a look around at what's going on because it's going to get pretty hectic, I think. And that will give a chance for like everyone. Like I told you, Rome they're being a bit inquisitive here. I guess it's only been 6 or 7 turns, so I guess it's better than nothing. We cannot complain. Also, thumbnails, I can't make them because screenshots are being taken in a way lower resolution. So yeah, it's not been perfect. Like, as much as I've loved using this new PC, being able to stream, it's been so much better. It's just, I can have so many things open at once. It's so much easier. There's been a lot of headaches, and most of them have not been resolved at all. Google, usually so reliable at digging us out of holes, has not offered many solutions to any of these problems yet. So, especially the screenshot one, that was very weird. And when I tried to fix my monitors for the shadow play, that was bad. Like, the monitors started turning on and off, like flickering, and that was terrifying. Don't know what was going on there. So at that point, I'm just, I don't know. We'll slowly work towards getting. It's good I'm only doing 2 videos a week. That's all I can say. But yeah, you've probably noticed with the streams, I've like stolen other photos just out of Google Images as opposed to like the usual screenshots and stuff. And I want to improve everything, and at the moment I can't really do anything because technical issues. But there you go. We got some things going. We've got some streams up. People seem to be enjoying them, so that's at least something. But yeah, obviously Civ TSL is this channel's bread and butter, and at the moment I've been very hindered by mods just not wanting to work. Right, here we go. We've got plenty of settling. Europe is already nearly full. Oh my goodness. I think Russia's still going to have a whale of a time, but Poland's got 3 cities up nice and early. Walachia's heading up this way. The Goths are here, the Huns. They're going to be squeezed in together pretty early. The problem is not so much off the start. It's obviously one of them tends to kill another one, and that becomes more problematic than anything. It's not so much to do with the... just going to move my microphone. Oh, it comes forward a lot more. Okay, that might sound a lot louder, or it might sound absolutely horrible because it's too near to my mouth. I have no idea. But we'll work on it. I'm going to lift it up a bit. Nope, doesn't want to stand up. It's going to fall down a bit, isn't it? Can you stand any higher? No. There's a lot of things with this arm. Like, there's springs on it that are very scary. I feel like they're going to snap and just take my eye out at some point. So we'll look forward to that. That's coming. We're on turn 22. Okay, let's get to 25. I don't think any wars have been declared, and then we will have a bit of an update. Sorry, I just keep moving the microphone. Now it's in my face. It's a lot easier to play with it. Just I'm a bit of a fidgeter, to be honest. I don't know why I never have like a pen in my hand. Anytime I'm normally like at work, I need to have a pen in my hand just to fiddle with it, because if not, I'll just fiddle with other things. Right, here we go. Let's turn. No. Ooh, that was close. Okay, at least that button is way too easy to click. Oh my goodness. Never done that before, but we avoided catastrophe. Nice. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. So let's start up here. So the Celts got their 3 cities, getting most of Scotland and coming down into northern England. England went down towards this way to get Cornwall and Wales. And they have a 4th settler up and running. The Netherlands with 3 pretty close cities, normally a good move, get them nice and close together. Respect that, that's a good idea. Belgium a little bit more spread out, they're going to have a tough time, and France pretty much cutting them off from going south, which is an interesting move. Spain here in the northeast and Portugal in the southwest of Iberia, but Portugal with 2 more settlers on the way. That's pretty big. Rome moved north with Antium and also cut around this side to the west of the Adriatic Sea. East. But another settler heading towards France there as well. Greece with their 3 just pushing out of their territory. Byzantium wrapping up this like bay area, and of course they have a canal city. Wallachia going upwards. They blend in with the green, that's for certain. Austria have got their 3 cities here. Poland with their 3 here. Germany have 3 as well. Denmark with 3. Sweden also with 3, and they both managed to fit 3 in, so that's quite nice for once. Russia though only with 2, obviously a slower start for them. Attila, yes, has got 3 up, so that's quite nice for him. He's looking pretty good there. Coventry, I just love that they steal Civ's names, that's funny. The Goths with 3 as well towards sort of northern Ukraine. The Ottomans with their 2, and Byzantium going for a 4th next to them. Assyria with 2 and a settler. Babylon with 2, and they have their Babylonian bowmen up and ready. The Sumerians are actually sort of trapped in a corner here. I really screwed them over with this bit of mountains, but I'm sorry. Sorry, they were one of the civs that were doing really well. I had to like slow them down a little bit. But yeah, I didn't really think of Babylon just cutting them off. So hopefully they squeeze out or, you know, have a chance. But obviously based on this being Babylon's capital, that might not happen. Arabia with a settler as well. Egypt and Mercuria just 2 and 2. Again, Mercuria, another civ who's kind of going to get screwed over a bit. Egypt will be here. The Garamantes are here. Luckily, the desert is fairly useless. There's not as many resources as you'd think. Like this area is just vast emptiness. So these guys should be sort of limited, assuming they don't all kill each other immediately. And there's Carthage. So there we go. We'll have a look. Demographics. Sumer have the best population. The Netherlands with the best crop yield. A different winner almost for everything. Spain did win 2 of them. Production, Spain is winning. Russia's making the most gold. Denmark has the most land, surprisingly there. Soldiers, Spain leading. We have the most approval on our little submarine. And England has currently got the technological advantage. I'm probably going to take over the turn clicking now, just so in case any wars break out, we can have a look at what's going on. And Morocco completes the Great Library, so an early win there for Morocco. A free science, a free technology, some extra science. That's a great start for Morocco. There you go, something to help them out. They did very well last time I did a game that was sort of similar to this, so high hopes for them there. Egypt into the classical era. They have another settler ready, and here we go. I think we maybe missed 1 or 2, but this is probably our first big war. Austria and Wallachia versus Rome. They should be pretty safe here. I don't think Rome will be in any trouble early on, but we'll see how things go. And France versus Rome and Spain v Rome. Okay, not so easy. France could have an easy time here. Only 15 city defense, even with these pretty early units. The archers can do a good amount of damage there. So yeah, France may grab a pretty... Yeah, I mean, France, that's kind of gross, isn't it? The Rome's even here, so France will probably get this. Become a bit more normal looking. Yep, straight away, just going in, doing a lot of damage. We'll see how that goes, but I'm sure France will get away pretty well here. Russia with their 3rd city too. Novgorod next to St. Petersburg and Moscow. Very nice. The Goths with a 4th settler up and ready to go. Austria just grabbed a 4th city towards Wallachia here. Now, you can leave your pick, but obviously the style I'm doing this video in, we're going to get through a lot of turns today, so it might be kind of obvious by the end of today. I'm not sure. Mali and the Sumer have both founded new religions. Yeah, it might be obvious. I don't really know, but feel free to leave a comment to have a choice on who you want to win. You'll still get a shout out. That's fine. The Celts have completed the Temple of Artemis, and Poland v Austria has broken out. There we go, and I missed someone else v Austria as well, I think. Don't know why I didn't read that, my apologies for that one. Classical era, I'm getting all my words wrong today, I don't know what's going on in my brain. The Assyrians with a third city. Look how fast it goes, it is ridiculous. It's kind of nice, it does sort of... Okay, this area is going to fill up very quickly. That is kind of what we wanted, although it is going to look super gross. I apologise. The borders are disgusting with these mountains, but, you know, this map is just way too huge. I don't think if I got every Russia mod in the workshop, I could accurately fill up this territory enough to balance it out. So there we go. The first city to fall is Neapolis. That was not really a surprise. France gaining a fourth city early on. Greece has also completed the statue of Zeus, so there we go. That's nice and, you know, topical for Greece, and they're going to settle very close here to Austria and Rome. I think we're going to see some very big civs all around the map. Portugal now with 5 cities in the western half of Iberia alone. That is insane. Egypt also grabbed the Mausoleum, and Mercuria settled up here, so we are denied a Suez Canal once again. Arabia with 4 cities. Babylon's got another one coming out. The Sumer do have one, maybe they'll get to squeeze it out, just maybe. Byzantium with 4 cities towards the Ottomans here, who only have 2 so far, so this could be a bit of a rough time for them. But yeah, and Russia got this one. Oh, the Goths all the way up there. I'm not sure about that working out, but it fills up a bit more of the space. Poland also has another settler heading out this way just to grab some more of that space. How is Scandinavia looking? Sweden up to 4 cities. Denmark still with 3, but look like they have a bigger military. So there we go. Byzantium and Belgium are now friends. Interesting choices. Austria and Rome, peace out. And yeah, Wallachia and Rome. Nothing happening there. Not that it was really expected to. So that makes plenty of sense. The Songhai now with 3 cities down here. Oh, I think there is a gap somewhere. There's a gap down here somewhere in one of the mountains that I forgot to... Did I plug it? I think I plugged it. Okay, there is a gap at the bottom somewhere. Yeah, I think it was here, but I got it. Just wanted to check. Mali with 3 cities. Morocco still with 2. Carthage looking okay here. They're going to have a lot of space along the North African coast. Garamantes have also got their first coastal city. So we'll start to see probably some boats fairly soon, I guess. Deity difficulty. Shouldn't take them too long. Start meeting each other in the shallow waters of the Mediterranean. Arabia also grabbed a coastal city with Baghdad. Babylon went for this lake tile. Instead, Byzantium will have a lot of ships, I imagine, in the water. They have 4 coastal cities capable of coming out this way. Did the Ottomans get a coastal one? Yeah, they did, so that's at least something. They are a coastal-focused civ, so that will help them. Or, you know, Barbary corsairs and their boats and stuff. 2 settlers as well, so there you go. They're up and running a little bit better now. Some more religions. Let's have a look as we hit turn 50. World religions. Buddhism from... Sumer, I was going to call it but no, Sumerians, that's 1. Catholicism from the Celts, Mercuria and Mali. I mean, these 2 are very far apart. They're all pretty far apart. I mean, even Mercuria and the Sumer, although, you know, they're the same sort of corner of the map, they're still a good few thousand miles apart there. So, that's quite interesting. Austria and Germany, that is the one I missed. That comes to an end. Austria is still here with their 4 cities. Germany with their 3. This is definitely the most packed region, the Benelux region, and the Netherlands also settled the mainland Europe side of Denmark. Although I guess technically the other part is still connected, but you know what I mean. And Assyria attacked Arabia. Okay, and Poland I think just pieced out with Austria or somebody as well, and they settled up here. Interesting. The Huns with a 4th city. They're coming along the mountains here. That could be interesting. See how that kind of wall of mountains works out for them. Greece with their 4. Rome going down this way now. So they didn't lose out too much by losing this city. I mean, it's not a disaster. They've still got all of like southern Italy here and the islands. So they should be okay. France has pieced out with Rome now. And Morocco completes the Parthenon Wonder, which is good. Carthage now up to 4 cities. Looking good. Ooh. Okay, Spain gets the terracotta army. So that is a real blow to Portugal. Spain with 4 cities, Portugal with 5, but Spain is going to forward settle sort of France here. Oh, I missed. Sorry. I think Wallachia got a wonder as well. I did not mean. And Russia and Germany, I think, just teamed up on Poland. That might have been some very historical accuracy. It might not have been Germany, but Russia is definitely up against Poland. And yeah, I think it was Germany. There we go. Turn 50 and they're already at it. Just typical. Poland has founded Confucianism. Again, that's very far from the other religions, so there's going to be a very nice spread here. Normally, you get, like, on the world map in particular, you get one religion in the Americas and then, like, 4 in sub-Saharan Africa and the Middle East, and then it's just obvious which one's going to do well. But here they seem fairly well spread out, so that's quite exciting. We will be doing the info addict check-ins at turn 100. As usual. Obviously that's going to be quite weird because I'm going to try and do these hour-long special episodes twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. So that is going to be kind of weird. And I mean, it's going to make the battles probably a lot shorter than series-wise than usual, right? I'm still going to do the clicking and reading out. But it's like the computer's not going to be the limiting factor anymore. I'm now the limiting factor in the speed of these series. It's how quick can I read out everything that happens and show you and get across what I want to say, as opposed to, you know, how many episodes of filler do I have to come up with while we just, you know, do 3 turns at a snail's pace, which it might still be like towards the end. I don't really know. I pushed it to, I went to turn 100 and that was like me not being here. It was just running, I'd come back, it had paused, so I'd press go again. So it's going to be different obviously with me being here. We'll probably get beyond 100 in this one already. You know, we're already at 60, it's only been 20 minutes. The Goths versus Russia, that is pretty big. We haven't seen any cities fall since Neapolis fell, so we'll keep an eye on this. The Songhai with a very random city out in the little corner there. The Garamantes with another one along this North African, not quite on the coast, and Mercuria got blocked off there. Egypt is also looking to trap them down here, which kind of sucks. And Assyria conquered Arabia's coastal city. That's pretty important. And the Goths have founded Hinduism. Again, pretty far away from the other religions. I guess kind of close to Poland. But fairly spread out. I mean, the Celts are definitely going to have a good time with their religion, if they can get it out of the British Isles. It looks like Britain has England. It is just the regular vanilla England here. It's not Great Britain mod that I used to use. I couldn't actually find that one, which was weird enough. But there you go. Right, English settler. He's going. Yeah, he's going over this way. So we'll. I think so. I assume so. This spearman's in. Yeah, the settler's probably going to go for Ireland. So that's a big win for England over the Celts early on. Get that up. Spain did settle right next to France, and Rome went for it again. They're not backing down. And Spain actually has another settler going this way, so they're going to be in the 7 sort of cities region. Oh no, sorry, 6. England v the Celts. There we go. That just broke out, and England is probably about to get Northern Ireland, so that will be quite interesting. We'll see how that goes. And Rome just completed the Colossus, which is a free cargo ship. I'm not sure if they're actually. I think it's too early for them to reach anyone with that, but. We'll see. It looks like it's heading round. It might go to Spain, I guess. Austria versus Wallachia. That's pretty close, actually. I really like this Wallachia mod. I don't know why. They're kind of in an area where I can't really use them too much just because of other civs. You know, the world map. Obviously, you can only have one real civ out of Greece, Byzantium, or Austria on the world map. So, you know, normally they definitely aren't even considered. But here, they really make a good spot in this one. I wish maybe. Probably should have moved the Goths to be like more north of the Black Sea, but it is fine. Spain and Rome piecing out, nothing changing hands there. The Goths and Russia also pieced out, and although this city came close to falling, it remains in Russian hands. But yeah, like I said, sorry, this series might not be, you know, the super in-depth one that you guys wanted, you know, with a lot of crazy stuff going on. They're coming, we'll slowly build up to it, but yeah, I just wanted to get something out that, you know, as a practice, I guess, with this one, and see what I can do with the time constraints and stuff. But Mercuria get the Hanging Gardens, so that's good for food growth. Sweden with 6 cities now in Scandinavia. Denmark still with 3. Getting a little concerned for the Danish. Russia just added 2 new cities in quick succession here. They are really getting forced back into this corner. Now I feel like I've overcomplicated it for them. Oh no, maybe I've gone too far the other way. Carthage continuing to add to their coastal little empire here. I'm expecting a lot of boats from them. This is going to be cool. See what they can come up with in the Mediterranean. Sweden v Poland, is that big? Maybe. There's some boats here. This city is coastal, but it's kind of in a little nook. Like here. It's kind of in a little bay. That's going to make it a bit more difficult because you can only attack from like the tile in front as opposed to 3 next to it. Mali completes the Petra. Probably a good move. Yep, you're in the middle of the desert. That's certainly not a bad bad place to start. That's definitely fine. England and the Celts have come to a peace agreement already. Did anything happen? No, nothing. The Celts getting through fine, but as I said, England did grab Northern Ireland. And Portugal just got the Great Wall. So even though they're kind of trapped here, like at some point they have to fight Spain, or I guess they could. There's still time to like cross over to North Africa as well. Should they? Yeah, they have boats, so that's probably not too far away from them. But you know, that's at least a defensive mechanism from Spain. If you know, while Spain's obviously gonna have to cope with France as well. France still at 4 cities. There's not much going on between Belgium and the Netherlands just yet. Germany's not done too much either. I know they're attacking Poland, but it's not going. It's not going really well for them, or game-changingly well. Austria and Wallachia also comes to an end. It is quite early for wars. We've only seen 2 cities fall through combat so far. We saw Baghdad here fell to Assyria, and we saw another one go to that early Roman one went to France. Assyria pushing into the Anatolian region here with this city. The Ottomans did grab a couple more coastal cities in Ankara and Bursa, so they might be a bit of a naval power in the Black Sea, which could be quite interesting to watch. Byzantium here with their 3 cities too, looking, or 4 I should say, but they're attacking Wallachia as well, and that actually only just broke out. But there we go. And Babylon is going after Arabia. Oh, Arabia, this could be tough for you. Use these mountains to shield you, but yeah, this could be quite an interesting battle. We'll see how it goes for them. Could be quite a tough time if they're not careful. Sweden and Poland have peaced out. Okay, nothing changing hands there. And England grabbed the Great Lighthouse, so a great wonder for them. Quite a naval-focused civ, obviously on their own separate island. So that's a good start. Rome is declaring this war on France. Rome has like 5... Okay, no, they have a few more ballistas than that, but we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure about that. Denmark versus Sweden. Okay. Ooh, this could be close. Spain is also up against France alongside Rome. And Russia pieced out with the Huns. How did that... Did anything swap hands there? No, Russia is defending from everyone. They look very overstretched, but they're managing. But there we go. I don't know why I thought Portugal v Spain. No, it is Denmark versus Sweden. That's going to be quite interesting to see. I think Denmark goes first. So there you go. They do some more damage. They've already put that southern city in the yellow. This is a bit scary. Byzantium v Germany. I mean, that doesn't matter. That is not going to lead to too much. Mercuria have settled a city very far away. We'll go have a look at it in a second. But I don't know how they've squeezed through, but then walked like really far. Belgium versus Germany. That could be interesting. They have a big border here. Germany probably needs to peace out with Poland now. And the Goths versus Wallachia and Germany. I mean, Goths v Wallachia is obviously the big part of that. They're not going to get to Germany. Mercuria with this city. Look at that. Just they made it pretty far. We'll give them some credit. Oh, France, Germany. I mean, that doesn't matter. France is pretty busy. Pretty small gap. I think Germany, they could do well against Belgium. They could grab Ghent here with these bowmen. I mean, it's only at 12. That's not that hard to conquer. We'll see. There's a lot going on. There's a lot now. France, Greece, the Ottomans, Rome, Russia, Songhai, Denmark. Okay, Denmark is making progress. Copenhagen's struggling a bit, though. Got to be careful. Don't want to lose your capital. That's a huge blow, of course, if that happens. Arabia and Assyria peace out, and Damascus is handed on a plate to Assyria, which obviously hurts Babylon's efforts as well, which is not so good news. And Assyria looking like they might have a bit of a... cast a bit of a net around all these other civs. I like this city from the Sumer here. They escaped, I guess. They snuck out, and they did grab Mount Sinai here. I don't think they have their own religion, but there you go. They will help spread... some of these religions are really kicking off. Oh my goodness. Buddhism's everywhere. Let's have a look. 14 for Buddhism. Yeah, well in front of the others. Never mind. Catholicism's only in 3. Obviously, England is probably rejecting it pretty heavily. The Celts have got... What have the Celts got? 3. Oh, sorry, that is Celts. Poland with Confucianism in 6. The same for Islam from Mali. The Goths and Mercuria not quite making the same levels of progress. Denmark's getting really close. Germany did grab Ghent. There you go. It was very low city defense, so that seemed likely. And there you go. Sigtuna of Sweden falling into Danish hands, but Sweden got it straight back. Sweden, yeah, Denmark really needs this to work out, because Sweden's going to be stronger in the long run. Unless Denmark quickly goes and settles all this territory. There's a lot of cities falling now. Toledo falls to France, but they are going to go after Germany. So Germany, I hope you're prepared for this. They never have good games. Why am I even getting hyped up for Germany? It's not going to happen. Farms look so different when it's when you're zoomed out. Okay, when you zoom in, it looks quite nice, but yeah, they look so different when I was zoomed out. Oh, we could have had Iceland. Never mind. It's available for somebody. Denmark re-grabs Sigtuna, but they're going to lose their own city here if they're not careful, and that would be a huge blow. They should be alright. There's no melee units around anymore, so I think they've avoided the worst. Arabia and Babylon peace out. No weird peace deals there. Russia and Poland. That's over. Okay, and nothing changed. There we go. There we go. Turn 80. We will have a look at the info addicts pretty soon. Rome and Germany coming to a peace agreement, and Germany and Poland, but it looks like Austria might also be still at war with Germany, which is not good for them. And Greece has declared war on Rome. Oh, and this city could be in trouble. Rome's pretty stretched at the moment, trying to go after France. France v Wallachia does not matter at all, so we'll ignore that one. Sweden and Denmark reaching a peace agreement, and okay, Denmark comes away with one city, and it was Sweden's second city, so that is a big scalp to take. But I don't know. Sweden's still looking good with 5. Denmark now on 4. It depends who gets the rest of this territory, I guess, particularly over here. That could be useful. And Mercuria completes the Chichen Itza. How's it looking down here? Garamantes with their 4. Farming quite nicely. Carthage building this coastal empire. Morocco with 3. Mali 3. Songhai 3. Okay. No one's going crazy just yet. No one's got like 100 cities or anything ridiculous. So that's some positives. Another new city from Assyria here towards the Ottomans. We'll keep an eye on that. And Carthage versus Spain. That could be pretty crazy. We'll see how that goes. Pretty hectic stuff. But yeah, I think Spain, I mean, they don't have any boats to defend, so Cordoba could be in trouble. We'll see, I guess. We'll find out. I'm not really sure if it's going to fall or not. It goes so quick, we can just sit here and sort of wait, and it will happen pretty soon. Babylon, are you settling? No, I don't know what they were doing. It just sort of froze on them. Austria, okay, now they're going after Germany again. So France or Austria to grab Munich. This would be a pretty big scalp for either of them. For Austria, it would really, cement them going west. And for France, it would show that they're willing to go east. And France has been pretty natural with their expansion. They settled their 3 cities. They've conquered a couple of easy ones. Normally when someone else has attacked them as well. So they're not really taking heavy penalties or anything. So yeah, France is just being quite natural with this, and yeah, getting Munich would be a nice extra addition. I think Austria is the favourite to get it, and if they got Berlin as well, that would be huge. Babylon piecing out with the Sumerians, and I mean, that didn't leave them with many units, but there's some nice cities here if someone was to grab them. Kind of want one of these two to unify, so that someone could challenge Assyria a bit more. I'm sure the Ottomans can hold up for themselves, but we'll see. Never really know. Assyria actually just declared war on the Ottomans, so we will see how this goes. These siege towers may struggle a bit with the bumpy terrain, so we'll see. Could be quite difficult. Greece and Rome pieced out, and nothing fell. There you go, Rome clinging on to everything so far. Sorry, I'm going to have some drinks in these episodes. They are going to be long stints. But I'll try my best to keep up. And I've obviously got to do it on the day that I'm going to be on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, which is when I'm going to be streaming. Well, I stream for 2 hours on Saturday, so that's my voice going to be torn apart by Sunday when I go off at like 12 o'clock. Okay, this is bad. This could be our first capital actually to fall, I believe, to Wallachia, and that would be a fantastic win for Wallachia early on. England v France. I don't know how big that is. We'll go and have a look in a second. Some other things are going on though. I thought Babylon just pieced out. I must have completely misread that notification because they just lost the city. That must have just started. My apologies. Babylon. There we go. Maybe they could kill the Sumer and unify them, this region, and then all of a sudden they can have a lot of food and look quite good. England versus France. I'm not sure about this, but they've got plenty of units coming over this way. Munich, Germany's just about surviving actually. They grabbed Ghent, which I guess is nice. They probably would have liked to have grabbed Antwerp too, but for a defensive war, you can't complain. Austria versus Wallachia again. Austria's really stretching themselves thin. I'm getting a bit concerned for them here. But I guess that's what's happening. One civ's like looks good, they attack someone, they lose all their units, and then they get attacked, and it's kind of an ongoing cycle around the map at the moment. England did grab Toledo here off of France, which is a surprise, but there you go, they've made the jump to the mainland, for now at least. Austria and Germany have reached a peace deal. Oh, a nice citadel there from Austria. And what else have we got? They need to rebuild their military. They're looking a bit jaded right now. Russia versus the Goths as well. Was that or Wallachia? I think it was Wallachia, sorry. But the Goths were struggling, although I think they're just about going to hold on to their capital. So that's nice, you know, that's what we like to see for them. Good job, guys. That's really nice. Right, 95. Here we go. England, France. Going first, obviously. Oh, wow. Orleans here, or Orleans, should be in trouble. England have landed so many units so quickly. I don't know how they managed that, but there you go. Just came out of nowhere. The Netherlands have still been very quiet. I don't think they've done anything yet. No wars, no nothing. They're just sort of happy with what they've got, I guess. I mean, they've got 4 cities, which is connected, which is, you know, a lot of civs would love to have that, and they don't, so that's how it goes. Arabia grabs the Alhambra. England going after France. This is big. This could be quite a big change. France, for 1 minute, I was bigging them up like they're going to grab Munich. It's going to be huge. And now all of a sudden, England just out of nowhere could, you know, have a border with Paris in mainland France. That's going to be huge. How's Sweden and Denmark looking? I know they pieced out, but has there been anything else? No more settling just yet. This area is still open. If I was the Netherlands, I don't know if they've explored that far yet with these triremes, but be worth a shout. Just, you know, go throw some units up there. Have a go. England and France. Oh, England actually decided, nope, we've got enough. I mean, they grabbed this little area here, which they can use as a sort of launch pad for a next invasion as well. Put some land units there. Maybe still worried about the Celts to their north, although they're trading. So there you go. England putting the brakes on a little bit, but just sending a message. Definitely sending a message to the French there about what might be coming up in the future. There's like this little flashing light on the minimap here where my workers were before I deleted them. I keep thinking something's going on, but no. No one has broken through. Although Ethiopia, as I said, somehow spawned over there when I don't think I even turned them on. So that was quite weird. Rome and France peace out. Nothing changing hands. Spain and France also peaced out. And again, nothing swapped hands there. Attila is going to go after the Goths. Yeah, well, this city's doomed, isn't it? Look at all these units. Byzantium and Wallachia reach a peace deal. And nothing changed hands. And who is this? Mali completing the oracles. That's the free social policy for them. It's quite nice. Songhai up here. Where are the biggest cities in the world? Let's have a quick look. I see. Actually, no, we don't have a spy yet. That is too premature. I wish you could sort these by score. But at the moment, Mercuria 425, Mali 443, Poland 444. Mercuria, Poland and Mali apparently winning at the moment on score. That is not, we won't have to use that. We have the info addicts. I did want to do a 60 civ game, but I just couldn't get 60 civs to work out of the ones I've used before. So we'll try at some point. Oh, Madrid is down to, when did this happen? Didn't even, okay, well, Notre Dame was just built. So Portugal is probably going to grab Madrid and then get Notre Dame, which is amazing because you get the 10 happiness with that. So Portugal will be loving that. And it looks like they're going to be the winners in Iberia. The Goths, I saw a Goth city just fell, but I'm confused. Oh, they actually managed to conquer a city of Wallachia somehow, but I think they are about to lose a whole lot more to the Huns, maybe Wallachia as well. Right, one more turn and we'll have a look at the info addicts, and then that will probably give us another quarter of an hour or so to push forward, probably towards about turn 125 this episode. Quite far, you know. Before I was recently stopping at 250 and highlighting from about turn 175, so it's going much better. That's for certain. We're going much better. But here we go. Well, we'll get this little list anyway. We'll look in the technology screen in a second, so don't worry. And we get our spy, so we can have a look at the biggest city. Spain did just conquer, I think, the first capital. No, lost their capital, sorry, to Portugal. And Borobudur, the best wonder ever, was built by Mali. Let's have a quick look then at spies. So 19 population, a three-way tie. Brussels, Babylon and Dongola, all with the 19 population. Then only one at 18 with Gao. Amsterdam from the Netherlands at 17. Then it's 15 for Rotterdam. Then Byzantium with 2 as well. Adrianople at 15. Constantinople at 14, and then Berlin, Porto, Mecca, London, Thebes all at 14, Paris, Carthage, Aarhus, Zinetra, Moscow all at 13, and then 12 for Salzburg, Vienna, Antium, Kaupang, Nyeni, Lisbon, Stockholm, Warsaw, Braga, Lodz, or Łódź, I nearly forgot, but that's how you say it apparently, Marrakesh, Rabat, Barcelona, Azure, I think is how you're supposed to say that, but Azure, Copenhagen all at 12. There we go. Let's have a look. Actually, I'm going to save, because it might... We've had crashes before. Europe battle. There you go. You can have a little hint into what I was playing with. What even is there? In-game editor, auto saves. This is the Europe battle, and then this is... I just wanted to see... I wanted to test it and see how quick things run, so I just booted up the Earth 2014 mod because it's the easiest like big game to set up in a few minutes. You just, it's one mod. It's a lot easier than all of the mods having to interact. But here we go, info addicts. Here is the score list. You can see they are spreading out, but not, there's no one like skyrocketing. This Civ, I don't know what happened here. I'm guessing that's Poland. I don't know what they did to give them that kind of advantage, but there you go. Something happened here for Poland. I have no idea. And there's me at the bottom, struggling. That green line is the Ethiopia that sort of weren't supposed to be here, obviously. So, world rankings, population. The Netherlands lead the way with their 4 cities, but they look like they have a lot of people in those, and 5.7 million. Portugal in second with 4.7 million. So it's good to see the Western Europeans up there, because they normally struggle. Byzantium, 4.7 million. Babylon, 4.5 million. Mercuria, 4.1. Belgium, 4.12. Songhai with 4. Then it's 3.4 for Denmark, so that's probably the biggest gap there, apart from the Netherlands-Portugal gap, which is quite big too. Poland, 3.1, and France with exactly 3 million people, because, the perfect census data from 375 BC right there. Crop yield. Portugal currently leading the way with 148 million bushels, and Assyria have 140, Russia 136, the Netherlands 132. That would explain, because they're a lot smaller than those 3 other civs above them, why their population's so big. Babylon, Byzantium, Carthage, Rome, the Songhai all over 100 million, and then Poland just missing out on 99 million. Production, one of the big statistics that affect the game. Assyria well out in front at 117 million tons. For now at least. Poland and Russia tied on 73, Portugal 72, England 71 million tons, Greece was 69, Austria 67, Byzantium 54, France and Babylon then tied on 52. Right, here we go, income. Now I stopped, I used to use gold no wait, which one do I use? I think, what's the other gold statistic? Net gold. We stopped using net gold because it's just always negative at the end, and I went back to GMP, which is gold income. It doesn't include what they're spending. So Assyria leading the way here. Then Rome, Mercuria with 122 million gold. Denmark 118. Sweden 108. Mali 107. Poland 104. Byzantium 98. 94. Netherlands 82. Some of the smaller economies. The Summa only making 18 gold per turn. Oh no, only making 18 gold per turn before they're spending anything. So it's probably less per turn. Net Wallachia 25, the Ottomans 26, which is surprising because they're quite big. Germany 29, Arabia 31, Belgium 34. They're not doing so well economically. Land area, Assyria is now the biggest as well, 960,000 square kilometers. Portugal at 780,000, Mercuria 710, Russia 700,000, Greece 680,000. Byzantium 680,000, the Goths 630,000, Netherlands 620, Rome and Austria are apparently dead equal in size, although I think it includes the sea, so that might be a bit misleading. Military manpower, one of the most exciting ones is Syria, currently leading the way again at 113,000 troops, the Huns then at 100k, Russia with 95k, which is surprising, don't know where they got all of them all of a sudden, they looked pretty beaten a minute ago. England 82,000, Byzantium and Austria with 80,000, the Netherlands, Greece both have 79,000, Rome at 77, Arabia 76, filling out the top 10. There's quite a mix of civs here. Assyria seems to be appearing a lot, Portugal and the Netherlands have been around a bit, but yeah, the rest of it seems to be quite a mix, which is exciting. We'll ignore approval and literacy, they're covered elsewhere. Social policies, here we go. Morocco with 10 and Poland with 10. Obviously Poland have an ability that gives them more social policies, so that makes perfect sense. Byzantium, Austria, Spain and England with 9. Portugal, Wallachia, the Suma, Sweden and many more with 8. Happiness, is anyone negative? That's what really matters. Germany are on -2, the Goths on -1, Rome on -1. The Huns in Assyria was 0, Denmark on 1, Carthage 2, England 4, Spain 5, Netherlands 5. Right, here we go. Here's the big one. Technologies. The Ottomans in last with 20. That sucks for them, you know. That really does. Maybe we should have given them an extra settler. Wallachia on 21. The Huns with 21. Mercuria 21. Russia 22. So there you go. That's a bit of a low one. Spain's also down here. 22s. 23s. 24's probably the average, maybe. No. 27 in the lead. There's the Netherlands. 26 for Portugal, France and Greece. 25 for Rome, Byzantium, the Celts, the Suma, England and Germany to fill out the top 10. We'll ignore net gold. Cities, Assyria currently leads away with 9. Did not realise they had that many. Portugal and the Goths and Russia and Greece with 6. Just no commas in that sentence there. England, Sweden and Carthage and Rome with 5. Spain, the Garamantes, Netherlands, a lot of 4s. The Huns, Byzantium, Denmark, Babylon, Mali, Mercuria, Austria, France, the Ottomans, Germany, Songhai, Poland. Definitely 4 is the average there. Egypt, the Celts, Morocco with 3. The Suma, Wallachia, Belgium and Arabia with 2. Nobody on 1. That's nice to see. Right, who's making the most science per turn? Portugal currently leading the way, quite a way as well. 132. Byzantium at 101. Greece at 86. Assyria 85, France 80, the Netherlands 78, Poland 72, Carthage 71, Rome 70, same for the Songhai and Russia. Culture output, Assyria is currently leading the way, then Morocco, Sweden, Austria, Mercuria, France, Denmark, Poland, Rome and Germany. Very mixed lists. I mean, obviously I can't really remember, you know, I'm not tallying this up in my head, that would be impossible, but it seems fairly mixed. Wonders, Portugal and Mali tied for the lead. Then it is Morocco, which is, bearing in mind, very important because these 3 are fairly close to each other in the grand scheme of things. So obviously if you conquer one, suddenly your 4 becomes 8 and then 11. And it's very, you know, good. Most of the one, I mean, look, here's all the other wonders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. There's 8 wonders between the rest of the civs and these 3 have 11. So, yeah, they have more than the rest of the world combined. So that's, and they're all very close to each other, so that could be quite interesting to see how that pans out. Treasury, who's saving their gold, who isn't, doesn't matter too much. Total faith, and we'll just look at the religions. Influence, no one's influential yet. Great works, Byzantium, Morocco with 3. Sweden, Poland, Austria, France, Arabia, England, Germany have 2, a lot of 1s. Trade routes, Greece currently has 1 more, most with 3 or 2. Tourism output, some civs getting that. Byzantium, Morocco is 6, a few 4s here. Sweden, Poland, Austria, France, Arabia, England, and Germany. The Celts just happen to be first of everyone that has 2. So that's quite interesting. Let's have a look at how the religions are doing now. Here we go, religion overview. 21 now for Buddhism from the Suma. 13 for Islam, so that's starting to take off from Mali. 9 for Confucianism from Poland. 4 for the Catholicism. 3 for Eastern Orthodox and 1 for Hinduism. So there we go. It's a bit more of a telling view of what is going on right now. Who is going to be next to do something big? There's not too much big going on right now. I say that Madrid literally just fell, but apart, you know, we're very greedy here. We want a lot from the AI. Very demanding. There we go. Victoriacum has fallen to the Huns. So there you go. They're still growing. Bear in mind, these guys are pretty safe from Assyria. It's the Ottomans who are more at threat. And there we go. The Suma do lose their capital. So Babylon is making some progress. And the Suma is now down to 1 city. They are the nearest civ to elimination, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, this is nice to see from Babylon's point of view. At least they are close to... You know, this gives them a bit of hope, a bit of a chance. You know, they have the population. Maybe they can grow quite well. Obviously, if they fall to Assyria, that is a nightmare for the rest of the world. But if they can pull it together, that'd be quite nice. And we did see Arabia was in the top 10 militaries too, so they might be okay for now. Spain does reconquer Madrid, and Portugal looks a bit low on units, so they might be just about fine. Babylon and the Suma have peaced out, so they will be safe for now. You know what, Egypt? For a civ that's completely like tried to ruin Mercuria's game, you've not really done much yourself, so there's eyes on you. You need to improve. Assyria grabbing Cyprus. Yeah, that's Crete. This is Cyprus. and they have a settler, 2 settlers going towards North Africa. This is getting a bit scary. They are the first civs start trying to run away with it a little bit. I accidentally missed a few wars there, but again, we'll keep an eye on city. A city did fall. It was this one. Oh wow, and a peace deal. Okay, so the Huns grabbed this and then peaced out for this off the Goths. So they're doing quite well at the moment. The Goths starting to collapse. Look like they're just going to hold on to their capital, so I do feel bad for Wallachia there. But there we go. The Huns and Assyria, some of those early civs to keep your eye on. England v Spain just broke out. I think that will not lead to too much. Arabia versus the Suma. Maybe they can... Oh no, it's one tile. They're not squeezing through that gap. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Germany pieces out with Belgium. They didn't yet get Antwerp, but there you go. They can just try and rebuild a little bit. Poland's still here with their 4. Madrid has fallen to Portugal again. And Portugal just grabbed 2 cities. There we go. We kind of called that one. Would they head down here? And they have. They've gone and grabbed 2 cities on the North African side of the Strait of Gibraltar, which gives them a good bit of control as well. You know, some civs will want open borders to get out of there. So there you go, that's quite good. Maybe you can get some money out of it as well. The Huns versus Austria. They're a bit too far apart. Although there is only one Goth city now separating them. The border's not too far away. So that will be concerning for the Europeans. And Wallachia pieces out with the Goths. So they are both now small civs with 2 cities. Not so ideal situations as Rome goes after Austria again. It looks like Rome has done a lot of settling. No, they just connected this, but it looked like they've done a lot. Greece grabs a city here, which could be a nice little canal, I guess. Saves some time as well if they ever need to come to this side. You know, saves maybe a turn or 2. Always little things to think about. Netherlands versus Spain has come to an end. And the Dutch, they did actually try. You can see there's some stuff arriving. But they're just focused on themselves at the moment. They're doing well in Western Europe. And, you know, at some point Belgium will probably open up. You know, I could see them conquering Belgium. Germany's looking pretty ropey as well. They're not having the best time. Even though they've got the same amount of cities, the Dutch certainly have better options. Although it looks quite close, to be honest. But the info addicts did say the Netherlands were doing much better. I mean, look, Amsterdam 19, Berlin 15, Rotterdam 17 to Munich at 10. Utrecht 12 to Hamburg 10. So there's a big population advantage. Even Groningen here's 7 to Ghent, which is 4. So the Netherlands sort of winning in every sort of aspect of the head-to-head. But, you know, they might run out of food at some point, which is when we're going to see those declarations of war maybe come back. There's still some areas I'm surprised haven't been settled. I'm not too surprised about the desert areas. I think they will stay mostly untouched for a while. The bits with resources will be settled eventually, and the borders will grow. And obviously strategic resources will start to appear and encourage the civs in. But yeah, I'm quite surprised by this area. I mean, there's not too much here, but I'm very surprised it's just been left completely open. There is, you know, there's some silver here. I think there's fish, but you could get whales eventually. Seems a bit, you know, a bit much to completely ignore it. That is the biggest surprise area. I mean, the rest of Europe is full at this point. You may be able to squeeze one in here or there, but that's about it. Spain does re-grab Madrid, but it remains at 1 population, not what they wanted to see at all. England, France and Germany piecing out. They do now border each other, sort of just touching here, but it's going to be very difficult for them to attack each other with Belgium and the Netherlands very much filling the gap. Right, Rome's going after Spain now, and it looks like England may actually grab Santiago here. Carthage v Spain, obviously nothing really happened. Oh, Portugal, Spain pieced out, and Cordoba here has fallen. Spain did hold on to Madrid, but it does look like Spain is on the decline. Yeah, there we go. Britain kicking them out here and grabbing more of the French coast. This is starting to look quite EU4-esque in this region at least, although not really. But, you know, England having a bit of France, a bit of history in there. Still only 75 BC. Maybe not quite right date-wise, but there we go. Poland and Wallachia reach a peace agreement. I think Austria has a new city. Yep, they've squeezed one through up here. See how that ends up for them. Do have another settler, but look, there's literally nowhere to go. Maybe you could get one down here, but Greece might beat you to it. Not much hope. A lot of trade going on up here. Sweden, oh, not really a lot. 1 unit, but there you go. Sweden trying. Songhai still with 3 cities. Not really paid much attention to them. Mali looking quite big down here with 5 now. They've just got the Great Mosque of Jen as well. They've got their religion too. Morocco not looking so good. Songhai though with plenty of units just lurking around. Portugal obviously arrived. Carthage is still here. I don't think they can't get to Spain anymore because of Portugal piecing out. That was kind of a good move from Portugal, really, because not only did you grab a city off of Spain, you stopped Carthage killing parts of Spain, which may have been more difficult for you to get back. So very good move, if probably not intentional at all. Garamantes still sort of adding to their coastal empire. Syria's going bold with these settlers. Okay, there's a third one on the way as well. But that's probably good news for the rest of the world, because, you know, if they're over here, it doesn't really affect the map so much. Most of this is desert. I don't really know where they're going. We'll keep an eye on it. The Ottomans have kept them at bay very well, so credit to the Ottomans there. Byzantium still here with their 4. Greece grabbed a little bit of the land, but nothing huge. France and Wallachia have peaced out, and the Garamantes versus Wallachia is definitely not important. That's not going to lead to anything. Babylon and Arabia look like they're both about to go head-to-head, and it's going to be a very bad idea. If they teamed up on Assyria, they might have a chance, but they're almost certainly not going to do that. So I won't get my hopes up too high. Are England still going for Spain? No, they have, you know, put it on hold for a little while. Probably a good idea. Rome v Austria, not really leading to too much. Morocco with the Angkor Wat wonder. Nice little addition for them. Belgium versus Spain. Not really sure about that, Belgium, but okay. You know, I guess Spain's on the decline. The Civs tend to bandwagon and jump on. Austria versus Wallachia. Now, these two do border each other, but there's mountains in the way. Keep an eye on it. I think Austria's occupied, but there you go. We always get these weird wars. I think a lot of them is where they maybe promise to do something in 10 turns. And then obviously 10 turns later it turns out to have probably not been the best idea. That's what we see a lot of the time. Denmark versus Sweden Mark II. Here we go. Denmark has berserkers this time. They also have a settler heading out of the Baltic. Is it still the Baltic all the way over here? Probably. Maybe. Into the North Sea. I'm hoping it goes for like somewhere in Norway. But knowing me, they'll probably like settle up here or something in the Faroe Islands. Actually, this is the Faroe Islands, or the Shetland Islands. I don't know what these ones are. That might be, you know, the other way around. I'm sorry, Scotland. Oh, yep, there you go. They settled right on the edge. That's quite nice. You might control the entrance at some point, although you'd need to grab Groningen. Oh, no, they have Copenhagen, so Denmark's actually fine. They can sort of navigate their whole way through. It's other civs, I guess, that would struggle, would need more than one set of open borders just to get through. Portugal versus Germany. Again, Germany, they're not having a great game, although they actually are looking a bit bigger on the map. I think it's because they're grey. They sort of like look kind of see-through, so you don't really notice. But they look actually okay on the mini-map. And again, when you're next to a giant blob of red, it doesn't look good. But obviously these are two separate blobs of red, so that's something to bear in mind, I guess. Yeah, Germany's not looking too bad, I guess, on the mini-map, but I don't think they had the best start. Portugal v Wallachia, like, yeah, they probably agreed to do... Oh no, Portugal did both, never mind. That doesn't matter to Portugal. That's not going to lead to too much. And Garamantes again versus Germany. No, that's not really going to be anything. Spain versus France. That's not going to matter either. They do not border each other as of right now. Russia, Germany. Nope, they're very far apart, at least for now. We'll see, Russia is going somewhere. I don't know if this is the Goths or just somewhere else and even more concerningly far away. And Spain did actually manage... How did you lose this? Oh, they just settled here. Okay, I was going to say, how on earth did Carthage... I don't know, actually. Spain didn't have that, like, just a second ago, so they must have just settled and Carthage just instantly took it when it was on, like, 0 health or defense. But there you go, Carthage gets an island. Rome also actually grabbed themselves one of the other islands. And Greece is coming to get one too. Poland versus Germany. Okay, that could be a bit worse for Germany. We'll keep an eye on that next time around, which for you will be on Wednesday. For me, it will actually be tomorrow morning, but for you, it will be Wednesday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Like I said, it's probably not going to be perfect. I still have no idea how I'm going to edit it together, but that's a problem for me to discover in the next sort of 12 hours or so. Try and work that one out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.